What is up, guys? My name is Rob Donaldson, and today we are back with episode number 122 of Rob's Best Bets. And as always, you can find me on Twitter at RobDFB. And if you do want more content like this in the future, please hit that like and subscribe button because it really does help out a ton. But before we jump into the picks today, I just want to give a massive shout out to Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring today's video. And if you do want to get involved with the pick'em videos that we do on this channel and on Twitter, or want to just take part in some of their daily contests, head over there and use my promo code ROBDFB at sign up, and they will match your first $100 up to 100%. And before we hop into this recap, I just want to apologize for no videos the past few days. Last week was just such a long week for me in my work life and in my personal life, and I really just needed those extra hours per night to relax a little bit. But as we hop into this recap, obviously that's a week we just want to flush and move on from. You know, we had a handful of winning days in there, but the losing days were really rough, and there will certainly be some of those weeks that play out that way, but typically not too many when we're talking about MLB on this channel. So all that being said, we have a fun slate of games here on Monday, so let's jump right into these picks. All right, for our first pick of the day, we are heading up to Minnesota, where we have the Yankees taking on the Twins, and Johnny Brito got lit up in this matchup last time out in New York, but he does have the weather on his side in this one, and I do think he's capable of redeeming himself a bit here as well. So let's actually take the under of 8 runs in this game for 1 unit for our first play of the day. For pick number 2, we are heading over to Cincinnati, where we have the Reds taking on the Rangers, and Cincinnati's inability to score runs cost them a couple times against the Pirates, and at some point I do think these bats will wake up just a little bit, and this is a good spot for it to happen with nice weather and Nick Lodolo on the bump as well. So let's take the Reds on the money line for 2 units for our second play of the day. For pick number 3, we are heading out to Baltimore, where we have the Orioles taking on the Red Sox, and with detrimental weather and a good pitching matchup in this game, I do think runs will come at a premium in the early goings. So with that said, let's take the first 5 innings to go under 4.5 runs for 2 units for our third play of the day. For pick number 4, we are heading up to Toronto, where we have the White Sox taking on the Jays, and the White Sox have been a thorn in our side as of late because they were 3 outs away on 2 separate occasions this weekend alone from cashing 2 separate bets. But this is begrudgingly another good spot for the White Sox, and with Lance Lynn on the bump, I do think this is a get-right spot for him, and a bad game here from Lynn, and I think it's time to start hitting the panic button on his viability long-term this season. But for now, let's see if we can't sneak some value and take the White Sox on the money line through the first 5 innings for 3 units for our fourth play of the day. For pick number 5, we are heading over to Milwaukee, where we have a perfect matchup across the board between the Brewers and the Tigers to generate some runs, and I think this is an easy play. So let's take the over of 8.5 runs for 3 units for our 5th play of the day. All right, for our final pick of the day, we are heading down to Tampa Bay, where we have the Rays taking on the Astros, and the Astros capped their series against the Braves with an impressive win, and I think we're getting a lot of inherent value here with the Stros due to the Rays' hot start. So let's take the Astros on the money line for 2 units, and for an extra 2 units, let's take them at +1 here as well. All that being said, I really want to thank you guys for checking out today's video, and if you do want to get involved with the player props that we do each day, make sure you are following me on Twitter or Instagram or checking the YouTube community tab, because I will be posting the plays on all 3 platforms there. But other than that, if you want to drop a like in this video, subscribe to the channel, or comment down below, that always helps me out as well. And with all that being said, y'all, I will see you in a future video. Take it easy.